we get one shot at getting it right.
Dude, it's getting really hot up there. You're getting forced to the ground.
I'm Adam Phillips. I'm a firefighter paramedic for Bloomfield Township Fire Department, and I am the instructor today for today's training. The whole department this month is going to go through some evolutions of what we call initial fire attack. And this is a good time to train on some of our skills for a house fire or a residential structure fire. When we first show up, there's like I said, there's 4 people that typically are going to show up, and then all the rest of our department's on their way. But those first 4 guys are comprised of an officer, pump operator, and then 2 guys on a rescue or an ambulance that are also going to go inside the structure with the officer. Initial size up, the point of that is to paint a picture for all the other incoming crews. Think of when you're like second due or third due on a fire. At least me, all I'm thinking is, what do we got?
We give a nice quick call out to what we have, size up from what we see on our truck as we're pulling up, and that information goes to our dispatchers at first, and then our commander will be responding to the scene, also listening in on that.
We've all been on homes here that looks like a ranch in the front, and you go around and there's 2 more levels below it. It's really crucial that we do that so that if what it looks like in the front, it may look way different in the back, or we might have people trapped in the back. So we have to do a full look at the structure before we can decide what we're going to do.
The engineer can make or break the fire. They truly can. You get a bad engineer, the fire can go south real quick. You get a good engineer, they keep thinking of that next step. You walk out, it's right there. They can help.
My job as an engineer are incredibly hectic. Probably some of the most hectic you'll see on the entire fire scene, because we have to get that first line pulled. We have to make our water hook up. We have to potentially pull a second line, and then any of the equipment that comes off the truck, whether it be ladders, fans, hand tools, RIT gear, we're responsible to get that out onto the scene so that the other arriving firefighters can pick it up, make their job a little bit easier so they can go in and get the work done.
This truck behind me is basically a giant toolbox. We have a variety of tools. We have axes, we have sledgehammers, we have what's called a Halligan bar. Our trucks only carry 5 to about 700 gallons of water, which sounds like a lot, but in reality that only lasts us a few minutes. So it's kind of what we're doing today, is everybody learning those roles really, really well, fine-tuning their skills so that we can shave off even seconds in this process, which might make the difference for somebody in need.
We put our lives on the line to do this profession, and training is an essential part of our job. Without that training, who knows how many lives can be put at risk, including our own. So with doing this, we develop the muscle memory, we get to know each individual, what our strengths, what our weaknesses are, and then that way we can perform better on the next time we do have a fire.
We have nice training grounds that we can do this on, and it affords us to go through a multitude of scenarios, and we try to make it as close to the real thing as possible so that when the real thing does come in, we're most equipped to handle it. The first 5 minutes of the fire kind of dictates the next 5 hours, and it's a cliche we say, but there's a lot of truth to it. It's really critical, those first arriving companies, what they do and how well they perform.